You know that feeling, right? That really specific physical thing that happens when you're watching a romance show.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the moment before the moment. Nobody's confessed, there's no kiss.
The almost moment.
Yes, they could just be like standing in a library
Yeah.
or sharing an umbrella, but your body just
Your
reacts.
heart starts going a bit faster.
It does. My heart races, my breath slows down, and I get this tight feeling in my chest. I'm just completely locked in.
Right.
And for ages, I just thought, wow, okay, the chemistry between these actors is off the charts, or the writing is incredible.
Which is usually true.
It is. But looking at all the research we have today on boys love dramas, on BL,
Yeah.
I had this kind of realization. My nervous system, it's not just reacting to what I see, it's reacting to the sound.
It's almost entirely the sound. It's what our sources are calling the sonic architecture of romance.
Sonic architecture.
And it's fascinating because, in a lot of Western TV, music is, well, it's background furniture. It's just there to fill the silence.
Sure, so you don't get bored.
Exactly. But in BL, the music and the sound design are basically functioning as an invisible lead actor.
I love that phrase, the invisible lead actor. That's so good.
It's so accurate, though. The sources we looked at describe it as a secret narrator. Or even a seducer.
The seducer.
Yeah, it's whispering things to the audience that the characters are way too scared to say out loud.
Yeah.
It just bypasses your brain and goes straight for the feelings.
Okay, that explains why I can be completely wrecked by a scene where, like, two guys are just sitting on a couch staring at a wall. So that's what we're doing today, a deep dive into these soundscapes of seduction. We're going to unpack how the scores, the lyrics, and all those really manipulative,
Lovingly manipulated.
sound choices actually engineer our emotions.
We're basically looking under the hood. Because once you see how these shows use sound to build that bridge from just friends to soulmates, you'll never watch a series the same way again.
I am so here for this. Okay, let's start where you started us, with that almost moment.
The magic of the almost.
Oh, yeah. The hand that kind of hovers but doesn't quite touch. The eye contact that lasts a second too long. In real life, that's just awkward, maybe.
Or it's nothing. It's mundane. The script just says, character A looks at character B. That's it. But the score is what turns it into romantic electricity.
So it's not just random music?
No, not at all. The research suggests BL dramas follow this very specific sonic evolution. It's like the relationship itself is a piece of music with different movements.
Okay, walk me through the movements, because it really does feel like there's a formula here. Stage 1, episode 1. What are we hearing?
Stage 1 is all about safety. It's attraction, sure, but it's really low stakes. So the instruments they use are meant to disarm you.
Disarm me.
Yeah. You'll hear a lot of pizzicato strings, that kind of plucky sound, or a really breezy light piano, soft percussion. It's playful.
It's the flirty comedy vibe, Oh, we're rivals, but we're stuck in an elevator. How wacky.
Exactly. The sonic message is basically, relax, this is cute, this is fun. Nothing bad is going to happen. It lures you in. So you start to like the characters as friends first.
But then
you get to around episode 4 or 5, and the feelings go from a little crush to something real.
the real stage, the jokes don't land as well, and the staring gets a lot more intense.
And the whole soundscape gets heavier. The tempo slows way down. You stop hearing those short, plucky notes.
And instead you get
Sustained strings, deeper bass tones, more reverb. So the music feels like it's taking up more space. It feels closer.
It feels intimate.
Yeah.
It stops being a sitcom and starts feeling like a drama.
And then, you know it's coming. The hurt stage.
Episode 11. Always episode 11.
And this is where the sound is just cruel. Because by now, all that early playfulness is gone. The silence gets heavy. The strings shift to a minor key. They are actively training your empathy.
It's emotional conditioning. That's what it is. They give you the happy flute music to get your guard down, just so they can hit you with the sad cello later on.
That is literally the strategy. That pattern. Fun to real to hurt, and then finally salvation. It's a loop. It teaches you how to feel about the relationship.
Right.
So by the finale, the music is screaming, this is not a game anymore. This is life or death.
Speaking of life or death, we have to talk about the OSTs, the original soundtracks, because in BL, the theme song is so much more than just like a song.
It's an identity.
Yes, it's like a character. I have whole playlists of just these songs.
It's a couple's emotional fingerprint. And the goal isn't just to sell the song on Spotify. It's to create an almost Pavlovian response in you, the listener.
Oh, it works. I'm not kidding. I can hear the first 2 notes of a song from a show I saw 3 years ago, and I'm right back in that breakup scene. It's like a time machine for feelings.
That's the attachment theory from the sources.
Yeah.
These songs are built to live in this perfect zone between sweet and achy.
Sweet and achy. I like that.
Yeah, they're not bubblegum pop. That's too shallow. And they're not, funeral dirges. That's too much. They live in that mid-tempo ballad world, or maybe some dreamy synth pop.
It's the sound of yearning. That's what it is. It's that feeling of reaching for something you can't quite get.
It is. It sounds the way that specific love feels. Uncertain, overwhelming, maybe a little thrilling. And because they use little bits of the song at key moments, they condition you.
Right. So when you hear the big chorus, you expect a kiss. If you hear
yeah.
the slow piano version, you're like, oh no, someone's having a sad realization.
They're training you like a dog. Hear the bell, feel the love.
And I fall for it every single time. Okay, so the songs are one thing, but you mentioned the sound design.
The sneaky stuff.
Stuff that isn't a song.
These are the surgical tools. The score is like the big, flashy billboard. You notice it. But the sound design is what's happening underneath. It's the stuff your body reacts to before your brain even knows it's there.
Okay, give me an example. What's a surgical sound choice?
All right, picture it. 2 characters staring at each other. The tension is super high. Are they going to fight? Are they going to kiss? Who knows? A common trick is to slide in a single, high-frequency sustained tone. Just one note hanging in the air. It creates this literal tension in your eardrum. You want it to resolve, but it just doesn't.
Oh, I can hear that in my head right now. It makes your shoulders tense up.
Or even sneakier, they might use a sub-bass pulse.
That really low thrumming.
Yeah, almost like a heartbeat, but so low you might not even consciously register it as sound. But your body feels the vibration. It mimics the feeling of anxiety, of arousal.
So I'm sitting there feeling nervous, and I don't even know why.
You don't know why. Your heart rate is literally syncing up with the sound design. It's brilliant.
That is kind of terrifying. It's biohacking. So what about the opposite, when it all just goes quiet?
The vacuum. The sources call it the elastic effect.
Okay.
So Magenta, the music is building, the strings are swelling, the characters are leaning closer, closer.
Yeah.
And then right before they touch,
Absolute silence.
dead air. It just sucks all the oxygen out of the room. It stretches that moment. If they just kissed with the music playing, fine, that's the payoff. But by cutting the sound, they leave you suspended.
You're holding your breath. You're waiting for the sound to come back. It's like pulling a rubber band all the way back.
Exactly. The anticipation becomes more important than the payoff itself. And that's the whole game in these shows, right? It's not about the kiss. It's about the ache of waiting for it.
Wow. Okay, so we've got the music, we've got the sound design, but let's talk about the lyrics. The notes call the lyrics a secret diary.
This is such a key piece of it, because in a lot of drama, the rule is show, don't tell. But in BL, the dialogue is often lying to you.
Oh, for sure. The characters are in total denial. They're saying, we're just friends, or I hate you, or get out of my apartment.
My favorite phase, the denial phase.
Me too. But while a character is literally shouting, get away from me.
The song playing in the background is singing, I was always meant to find you.
So the lyrics are basically outing the character to the audience.
In a way, yeah. It creates this incredible dramatic irony. We, the audience, know the truth because the song told us, even if the character hasn't admitted it yet. It lets us feel the romance even when the scene is angry.
And the research points out a few core themes, right? Like fate.
Fate is a huge one. Longing and distance is another big one.
I feel you even when you aren't here, that kind of thing.
Yes. But the one that I found most interesting was fear.
Fear, that feels a bit counterintuitive for a romance.
Well, think about it. These stories are fundamentally about courage. The tension comes from the risk involved, fear of rejection from society, from family, or just the fear of being truly seen.
Ah.
Right? So the lyrics don't just say, I love you. They say, I love you, even though I'm absolutely terrified.
That hits so much harder. It's not just, I think you're cute. It's, loving you is a dangerous act, but I'm choosing to do it anyway.
It gives it stakes.
Yeah.
Which ties right into what the sources call musical shorthand, assigning a specific song to a couple to track their entire journey.
So, like a leitmotif. Like in Star Wars, when Darth Vader shows up, you hear his theme.
It's exactly that, but for feelings. So let's say our couple has their happy little theme. Then later, they have a massive fight. It looks like it's over. But under all the shouting,
You hear their song.
you hear a slow, broken, fragile version of their happy song, maybe played on a single piano.
Ugh, I hate that. It's so manipulative. It just destroys me every time.
But why does it destroy you?
Because it's reminding me of how happy they were while I'm watching them fall apart. It's cruel.
It's cruel, but it's also hopeful. It's telling the audience that the love is still under there, somewhere. It's a little subconscious safety net that says, don't panic, the theme song is still playing, they'll figure it out.
And then when they get back together, you get the fully evolved Pokemon version of the song.
The fully orchestrated version. Big vocals, full string section, everything. It signals the relationship has reached its final form. The music leveled up with them.
No, one thing I found really interesting was the cultural texture. Because romance doesn't really sound the same everywhere, does it?
Not at all. Music is a cultural language.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely hear the different dialects of romance.
Okay, so let's break that down. If I'm watching a Thai BL, what am I hearing?
Okay, broadly speaking, Thai series lean into what you might call unapologetic emotion. Big, warm pop ballads. The vocals are right up front, super emotive.
It kind of matches the acting style. It's very open-hearted, big feelings, big sounds.
It wears its heart on its sleeve, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, compare that to a Korean BL.
Which feels quieter, more polished maybe?
Much quieter, restrained. You get these gentle indie textures, maybe just a soft acoustic guitar. There's more space in the mix. It feels more private, like you're eavesdropping.
Less theatrical.
Less theatrical, more atmospheric. And then you have Japan, which often has these delicate, almost bittersweet melodies. There's this sense of introspection, of nostalgia, even as it's happening.
That mono no aware idea, the beauty of things passing. So even the love songs sound a little sad.
Exactly. You could probably tell the country of origin just from the audio track.
Yeah.
Just by the texture of the yearning.
So we've built the relationship, we've set the vibe. Now we need the drama, the narrative engine.
The emotional crescendo. This is where the music stops being background and starts doing the heavy lifting. Think about a confession scene.
Okay.
The character is struggling. They can't get the words out. The internal pressure is just building and building. The music has to mimic that pressure.
How? Does it just get louder?
Volume is part of it, but it's more about density. You'll hear key changes that literally lift the energy. The layering gets thicker, adding more and more instruments. The music is physically taking up more room, just like the emotion is taking over the character.
It creates this feeling of inevitability, like the music is getting so huge that something has to happen to break the tension.
That's the idea of suspense with feelings.
Yeah.
It's the same structure as a horror movie. You're waiting for the jump scare,
Here.
but instead of a monster, it's a kiss.
Or a breakup.
Or a breakup. And they hold you there with unresolved chords. The music refuses to land on the home note. It just circles and circles.
And then when the kiss finally happens...
The music resolves. It lands on that tonic note. Boom! Home. And you, the audience, get to physically exhale. The release feels so good, not just because they kissed, but because your brain finally got the musical resolution it was craving.
Wow. Okay, but there's one more technique, and I think it's the most devastating one. We touched on it, but the sources call it music as memory.
Oh, this is the weapon. This is how they break you.
Explain the weapon.
Okay. The show gives you a happy melody in, say, episode 2, they're falling in love, riding a bike, whatever. The music is light, major key. Your brain files that away as joy.
I'm already bracing myself. I know where this is going.
Then, episode 11, it's raining, they're breaking up, and what starts to play?
The same melody.
The same melody.
Yeah.
But it's slower. It's in a minor key. It's being played on a lone cello.
Yeah.
They distort the memory. By playing the joy music during the tragedy, they force your brain to hold both moments at once. You are seeing the breakup, but you are hearing the bike ride.
Yeah.
It shows you the distance between then and now without a single word.
It's the difference between being sad and being haunted.
Haunted is the perfect word.
Yeah.
It tells you the characters are remembering the good times while they're suffering. It's just brutally effective storytelling.
And it's why I need, like, 3 to 5 business days to recover from a finale. So what does this all mean for us, the viewers?
This music follows us, right?
It's the encore. Fans listen to these OSTs on the bus while studying. It becomes a kind of fandom language.
A secret handshake.
A secret handshake for feelings, yeah. If I play you that one track from that scene, we share an instant emotional shortcut. I don't need to explain it. You hear those chords, and you know exactly that flavor of longing.
It turns a fictional romance into a shared, real experience. It validates the emotion. It proves that what you felt was real enough to carry around with you.
It just completely reframes what it means to watch a show. We think of TV as visual, but for BL, it feels like it's audio first in those huge moments.
I would agree. These are composed emotional experiences. The music isn't just supporting the story. In many ways, it is the story.
Okay, so here's your mission. should you choose to accept it. We want you to go back and rewatch a favorite scene from a BL drama, but this time, try something.
Turn off your plot brain for a minute and turn on your ears.
Yeah, ignore the subtitles. Just listen. Listen for the silence. Listen for that low hum we talked about. Ask yourself, why did the music drop out right there? What is that violin telling me that the character won't say?
Once you start listening for the architecture, you can't unhear it. You'll realize how much work the sound is doing.
So watch it with your ears. Because as we've learned today, in BL, romance isn't just written in the script, it is written in sound. Thanks for diving in with us.
See you next time.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next one.